Hello, everyone, and welcome to the world of the International Fabtalks. We are happy to connect with you, and we are happy to connect with our unsung heroes from different parts of the world, from different professions and different walks of life. Today, we are being joined by a special person who's special because he has spent 40 plus years, 4 decades in the pharmaceutical industry, a highly experienced person, a versatile person with lots of experiences and wisdom to share today with us. And guess who is he? He is none other than Mr. Shivender Aggarwal. He's joining us all the way from Ahmedabad, that is located in India, my dear friends. If you want to get it right, we'll get more information about it from sir. Join me to welcome our celebrity and guest, Mr. Shivender Aggarwal. Namaste, sir, and welcome to the session.
Hello to everyone. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to speak to you through this platform. And I'm sure we will share the experience what I have. And I expect that people should get some insight of the pharma industry and how to overcome some of the challenges we have in the industry. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much, sir, for being so humble and so kind. My dear friends, have you seen a person with 40 plus years of experience is with no ego? He's just simple, down to earth and humble. This is what we appeal to the youth of India and the world. Do not have ego. Ego will land you nowhere. You should be very humble and connected with one and all, and of course, with the right kind of people. Allow me, friends, to welcome our guest in an official way. So, with your permission, I go ahead and share your profile and then we begin the session.
Please start.
Thank you very much, sir. Friends, I'd like to share the sir's profile. Shivender Aggarwal, sir, is here with us, joining us from Ahmedabad. He's the director on board in UBC Therapeutic and consultant in Sunrise Remedies. That is his current position. We'd like to go earlier into his, startup, when he started his career, the start of his career. Where was, how did his journey start? He started his journey as a medical representative way back in 1983 with Torrent. And in 1987, he was promoted as the sales supervisor. And again, in the year 1989, he joined Intas as the area manager. In 1991, he was promoted as the regional manager. So always there was some type of an elevation to the post that he had first selected as a medical rep, and then reached the regional manager in 1991. In 1993, he was promoted as the zonal sales manager. And in 1994, he was elevated as NSM based at the corporate office, Ahmedabad. The company grew from 12 crores to 43 crores post Sir's joining at the head office. Now, in 1997, Sir joined Sun Pharma and turned around the gastro division post launching of pantocid. I mean, you might have heard of that medicine. In 1999, Sir joined Biological E as the head of C&D division. In 2002, Sir joined back Torrent as the general manager marketing, heading the largest division of the company. In 2005, he was elevated as the vice president to the head the acute business. In 2007, further elevated as the executive director to head the domestic business of 1,100 crores with a field force of more than 2,000 people under him. In 2012, Sir joined on the board of directors of a startup company called Graph Life Sciences. In 2016, Sir joined Tasmed as the CEO. In 2018, Sir joined Troika as senior vice president, and in 2021 was promoted as the president. Sir took a break in 2023 from the line of management. Now, Sir is the director on board in UBC Therapeutic and consultant in Sunrise Remedies. We have a very versatile and a successful person in the pharmaceutical industry. How did Sir join this industry? Why was he in this industry? How you could survive in the pharmaceutical industry with all the experiences and the wisdom that Sir is going to share. Stay tuned, stay connected, friends. This is especially for the younger generation where you want to make a career in the medical sector as a medical rep and rise up to the level of a director and much more. Hello, sir, and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your nice introduction. I completed my graduation in 1981, and like any young person, looked for a job, and not too many options were available. So I joined 2-year course in ophthalmology in Medical College, Rohtak. But after joining that course, I realized that career is not going to be too great. And one of my friend was working as medical representative in one of the company, and he was staying in our locality. So my father once asked him, "Can you help Shivender to get a job in pharmaceutical industry?" He made a very strange statement. He said that it is very difficult to get him a job because in our profession, English is a very important language. And since my background was a Hindi background and we were not from the convent school, so my father came and he said me that this was the reaction was. I felt very bad. I said, no, let us do one thing. Let me get into this profession. So I tried 3 or 4 companies. Finally, I got break in Torrent as medical representative in way back in 1983. I worked very hard, and because of my contribution, I was elevated 1.5 years as first line manager. And it was based at Chandigarh. So any person would like to come back at home. So I came back to Delhi in Intas as area manager. The challenge of Intas was that the company was having only 5 people in Delhi, and Delhi being such a large state, it's very difficult to meet all the customers. More than meeting the customer, making the product available at entire Delhi was very, very difficult. A, company is new. B, handful people. So it was really challenging. And when the day I joined, the sale of Delhi was only 25,000 rupees. I was worried that have I taken a wrong decision? 5 people plus me, 6 people, 25,000 sale. Our salary even is not justifiable with this kind of a sale. But my team was very good. What we did that we divided Delhi into 10 parts with 5 people. In the morning, 5 markets we used to cover. In the evening, another 5 markets we used to cover. So this is how we could spread ourselves to the larger part of Delhi. Because of that, our performance had improved, and I was well recognized by the company, and I'm very grateful to that company that my career, whatever I did, is because of Intas. There, in not five, 7 years, when I was in field, the sale grew from 25,000 to 25 lakh before I moved to head office. So my learning was that if you have limited resources, you have to divide your resources in such a manner that you utilize them well. And motivating your team is very, very important. So after coming to head office, sale was, as I said, 12 crore. Again, we redeployed the entire resources, and in 2 years' time, we could reach to level of 43 crore. But in TAS, my first love, I always say, is in TAS because I grew in that company. But there was one thing which was missing, a professional approach in the organization. I grew, but I was always used to ask, have I grown professionally? I have grown in the rank. I have grown into the financial. But professionally, growth was always a point behind my mind. So this is how I joined Sun Pharma, which was a professionally managed company. I thought that that company will give me more professional understanding of the entire thing, and that was true also. So I joined that company. Initially, I was given a charge of cardiology division. Later on, I was given the charge of gastroenterology division. And today, Sun Pharma is in top 3 companies in gastroenterology. And it is not that me was the only instrumental. Yes, entire team was instrumental in bringing that kind of a change. And after working for 3 years in Sun Pharma, one of my senior, Mr. Lanka Srinivas, joined biological events, and he pushed me to go there. So in biological events, though the company was having a lot of legacy, but I felt that again, the company is not very progressive. So I can very honestly can say that was a mistake which I did in joining that company. So I wanted to correct that, and then I came back to Torrent, which was my second journey in Torrent, joining as GM and then grew to the level of executive director. In Torrent, the challenges were the field force. The field force was highly unionized, and company was always used to sign COD. I am not against COD, but the concept of COD was not well understood and accepted in the organization because all people were getting a similar kind of increment through the COD. And because of that, good people were leaving because whether they are working or not working, they are going to get a fixed increment. So the challenge was how to break this chain. I took 2 years to break this chain. Today, there is no COD in Torrent. There is no union in Torrent. That's how, when I joined that company, the sale of Torrent was about 285 crore. And by the time I left, it was more than 1100. So the journey was tough, challenging, but I really enjoy it. Because when you do something and it yields result, you will always find that it gives a kick to you. Joining Torrent was always a challenge, but the kind of success we got to the entire team, it was really enormous. And I feel proud that I was part of that company, which grew from 285 to 1100 crore that time. So after working for Torrent about 12 years, one startup company wanted me to join them as a director on board. And we started that company well. However, there were some financial issues, so I had to say bye-bye to them and then came back to again to mainstream. In classmate, the company was based at Chandigarh. We did very well from 40 crore to 120 crore. We brought in 3 years' time. And I can say that wherever I went, there was always a challenge of turnaround. And the secret of this turnaround is only three things. One, passion, commitment, and taking people along. So these three things really help me to turn around whatever company I joined. So coming back from classmate to Royka, a family managed company, the challenge was how to bring balance to family and professionals. After working for almost 5 years, I can say that the profitability of the company grew from 40 crore to 120 crore. And sale grew from 112 crore to 480 crore. So all these things I can say is the only thing what work is the people, people, and people. We put a lot of efforts in training people, in a lot of efforts in reviewing their performance and putting the things in the right perspective to all of them. So this is how the entire 40 years, I would say the journey and the kind of turnaround I could bring in 3-4 companies.
Yes. Thank you, sir, for sharing all of that. Thank you very much. Now, sir, I'd like to know the most important thing, the main challenge or the most trying period in your professional space. Which was the most difficult phase that you faced? And how did you come out of it?
Yeah. The most difficult was recruitment of the right people. Normally in pharma industry, people say you take bright people, you take first class graduates. I always used to take third class graduates. Reason being, when you take third class graduates, their IQ level may not be very high, but they are good followers. Like in army, Jawans are supposed to follow the instructions. They are not supposed to use their brain. So when these people are given the right direction in simple form and they follow the instructions, they will do wonders. But there is a challenge. Once you recruit them, it is your responsibility to train them for the next level. There, the more IQ level is required. So therefore, we used to spend a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of resources in training people. In Torrent, 75% of the higher position we filled in within the organization. This has helped us in two ways. One, people were sticking to the organization because they were seeing the growth of their career. Second important thing was that the culture of the company is being maintained. I would say that the culture of an organization, whether it is good or bad, you can always improve the culture, but the legacy of the culture is very important. When people from outside, they try to change the fabrics of the company, which really bring a lot of unrest amongst the employees who are working in the organization for quite some time. Staying in a company is a good thing, provided they are trained and they grow. But when they stagnate, then it is a bad issue. So that was the first challenge which we had. Second challenge, when, as I said, in Intas, the challenge was different. That the people were not knowing in company, only 5 people. So spreading the product was really a challenge. Stockist was not ready to take the product of Intas. So we had to work morning, evening, night to ensure that the company is visible across all stakeholders. So once we came over that challenge, today Intas in top 10 companies.
Yes.
So challenge is always to have good people in your team.
Yes, that's really very nice, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing. Now, sir, I have a question for you. Like a few of the people who I've met, what's the question that they ask me? We have no information or no idea or no clue or no clarity. You can use that word, clarity, as to what the pharmaceutical industry is all about. So if you can just tell us about the pharma industry, what is it actually? What does it concentrate on?
All right. I will restrict my talk primarily on Indian pharmaceutical industry as of now. Indian pharmaceutical industry is almost 2 lakh crore annually, which is growing by double digit. Look at the population of India, which is about 140 crore, with the population of doctors only 7 lakh. So there's a huge scope of pharma industry in coming next 10, 15 years. There's a huge scope for the doctors to be trained in India. In US, if you look at, one doctor is above 100 population. In India, one doctor over 2,000 population. So the scarcity of the medical facilities are very, very high in our country. Number two, the pharma industry in India, though we are 2 lakh crore, but in India, the medicines are the most cheapest as compared to the developed countries. So when people will be more educated, they will be more health conscious. Today, there are two things which are positive in our country. One is the Ayushman, which government has started. Second, the insurance, which is coming up in big way. So people are becoming more health conscious. They are more aware about the disease. Of course, disease are also increasing because of various factors, water, climate, our food habits, various things. So pharma industry is one industry where I feel a person, I'm talking from the perspective of individual. If you join this industry, you can write down what you want to be in this industry. If you want, you can be managing director of a company, joining on the lowest pedal, that is medical practice. But nothing comes free in this world. So if you want to grow, if you want to have a commitment to your career, you have to work really hard. There's no shortcut. It's a competitive environment. You have to be one step above the others. And then you can see that how shining is your career in pharma industry. In coming days, pharma industry is going to be much, much more challenging because competition is increasing. So competition means a lot of challenges. So people have to address their knowledge. They have to address their communication skill. They have to develop a habit of connecting with the customers, discussing with them disease, therapies. So if they can do all these things, pharma industry is one place which I feel is one of the best industry for a newcomer in this era.
Yes. So now I'd like you to share any experience, like it could be a traumatizing experience. Anybody treated you harshly? Because see, sales is not easy. People are, on your face, they will just reject you. You might have had a bad experience with any of the doctors or, with your colleagues. Where was that the toughest part where you had to communicate with the doctor at the start of your career? Because as you progress, you know how to deal with people. But at the start of your career or mid career, did you face anything like you felt very bad and say, why am I in this industry? Why did I choose this?
Yes. I would not say I spoken very harsh to a doctor, but yes, doctors had spoken very harsh. So I can share with you that in Intas, we had introduced one product, carbamazepine, which is for epilepsy. And the brand name of the company was Gen, ZEN. That time, Gen was a car which was introduced by Maruti. So I went to one neurologist, very senior neurologist. And when we introduced that product, he was very harsh on me that what kind of a brand name people bring. Do you think we are fool? Gen is not a product, it's a car. So I was taken aback, and I was very junior at that time, and it was very difficult for me to, you know, uh, counter this kind of questions. So that day I felt that, yeah, what kind of company I have joined, where people are behaving in such a manner. But that day was very bad for me. I didn't felt good. And then I thought that was my decision correct to come to this profession? I should have continued ophthalmology, which I did 2 years. So I came back and then I shared this incident with my director. I was directly reporting to the director, Mr. Manish Shukar. So he said, don't feel bad. अभी आप लाइफ में शुरू कर रहे हो, ऐसे बहुत सारे मौके आएंगे जहाँ पे आपको ये सब सुनने को मिलेगा. तुमने कुछ गलत नहीं किया. Why you should feel bad? So I got a little confidence after talking to him. So that was a negative part. One positive thing which has happened. I was working as a regional manager. It was winter of December, very cold in Delhi. So we went in the night to meet one doctor, and he said that it's a 8 o'clock. आप लोगों का काम दिन में 2 बजे खत्म नहीं हो जाता? एक जनरल परसेप्शन है कि जो फार्मा इंडस्ट्री मार्केटिंग में काम करते हैं उनका काम सुबह 9 से 2 बजे होता है और उसके बाद वो लोग जाके आराम करते हैं. So the question was very unusual. So I said, doctor, when you write a product for a company, their work stops at 2 o'clock. But when you don't write for a company, their work continue till 9. So he was very happy with this answer. And from that day, he started supporting our products. So there is always a mix of good and bad thing. So we have to take both as a pinch of salt and continue to work and remain focused on your objective, what you have in your life.
जी सर, जी सर. अभी हम आपके कॉलेज के लाइफ के बारे में जानना चाहेंगे. आपका कॉलेज लाइफ
Yes.
कैसा था? कॉलेज
Yes.
बंक करे आप, मूवीज चले गए थे? Was it a co-ed college? A co-ed college? How was it?
It was co-ed college. In fact, I graduated from Gurgaon in Haryana. There were two colleges in Gurgaon. One was only for boys, and that was for art and commerce stream. And our college was co-ed college, which was for science. So by default, I studied in a co-ed college. Yes, bunk करते थे college से movie जाते थे. So होता था.
ऐसे कोई खास बात आपको याद है कि ऐसा इंसिडेंट हुआ, आप उसमें भी शामिल थे, डांट वाट खाए सर मैनेजमेंट से, ऐसा कुछ?
इलेक्शन के टाइम पे था एक किसी की प्रॉक्सी वोटिंग की थी.
आपने किया था?
मैंने किया.
आई मीन इट इज द नेशनल इलेक्शन और कॉलेज इलेक्शन, व्हाट इज इट?
Yeah, it's a college election.
कॉलेज इलेक्शन. एंड देन व्हाट हैपेंड?
Nothing, they came to know about it, but I was a very serious student and I was always considered as a बहुत शरीफ लड़का, ऐसा कर नहीं सकता. कहते हमको तुमसे ऐसे उम्मीद नहीं थी. I felt bad. It's okay. That time and young age, all these things sometimes.
अच्छा, जी जी जी. जिसने आपने जिसको वोट डाला था, क्या वो जीत गए फिर?
नहीं, हार गया.
आई मीन आर यू स्टिल इन कनेक्ट विद दैट पर्सन?
नहीं. I have some college friends, still I am in connect with them, but not with that person. Because the person I think went on to army and all that. So after that, but still I have connected with my college classmates, even school classmates.
आप अपना एजुकेशन कहाँ पर किया था, कॉलेज एजुकेशन?
Gurgaon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's really nice. That's really nice. And I like the way you were so honest and told me about this election process that happened in your college. Because ऐसे आ गया समझो, it just came out and you shared that. That's wonderful. To go back down memory lane and remember your earlier days. That's wonderful stuff. अभी हम आपका childhood, we will go deep down into your childhood now. What kind of a childhood you had? What kind of a boy were you before you were, entered your teens till the age of 11? What
I
kind
was
of a
very,
child were you?
yeah, I was very introvert kind of a child. Actually, my father was a central government job. So we have moved a lot due to the job location, relocation of my father. I started from Delhi, went to Jalandhar, then to Ambala, to Pharma, to Delhi. So it was various places we have gone. So I was very introvert kind of child.
Any incident about your childhood? गुम हो गए थे या कुछ ऐसा शरारत करे
No,
घर
no,
में
no,
से?
नहीं,
कुछ भी नहीं.
no, बिल्कुल नहीं.
Any beating from your parents, like scolding and beating from mommy or papa?
वो तो होता ही था, उसमें तो क्या है.
Any
शाम
incident?
को शाम को खेलने चले गए, काफी लेट आए, तो उसके लिए डांट पड़ी. होमवर्क लेट हुआ, उसके लिए डांट पड़ी. वो थोड़ा तो, and I think it's required also. Always remain should be in control.
Were you mommy's pet or daddy's pet?
Daddy.
Daddy's. Wow, that's wonderful. What was your equation with your siblings? Like, what were they like? Usually, siblings fight a lot. So, as you were an introvert, you were a very quiet child. How did you connect with your siblings?
See, my elder brother is an engineer. Uh, when in my childhood, he had gone to the hostel, so not much kind of a fight with him. My sister, which is 2 years elder to me, so with her we used to have a fight. She was my we studied in the same class actually. She fell ill in the younger age, so she was delayed by 1 year. So we used to have a lot of fight amongst all of us.
You were the last born?
Sorry?
You were the last born at home?
Yes.
Yes. Now, sir, we'll talk about siblings. Like you've already spoken about your professional side. Now we'll talk about siblings in general. जो भाई बहन लोग रहते हैं उनमें से बहुत सारा सेल्फिशनेस आ जाता है सर. And they do not want to see the other one rise or maybe some type of jealous feeling. तो यहाँ तक जान भी निकाल देते हैं अपने भाई बहनों की. प्रॉपर्टी को लेकर इस विषय पर लड़ाई हमेशा हमेशा होता है. तो आप समाज के लिए किस तरह का मैसेज देना चाहेंगे कि भाई और बहन लोग या सभी भाई लोग नो इकट्ठा रहना है, जुड़े हुए रहना है, दे शुड बी यूनाइटेड.
I believe that life is very short. The today families are becoming more nuclear and people are not talking to each other. They are self-centered. But I feel that that culture is not for our country. We are emotional people. It is a Western culture where people are more of self-centered. They become independent at the age of 15 or 16 years. Here, we as a family has to be support to each other. Siblings will always be, it is always said that blood is thicker than water. Whenever you need someone, your family will always come first. And ऐसे को तो क्या है, आपके पास 1000 करोड़ भी है तो भी आपको 2 रोटी ही खानी, और 1 लाख भी है तभी 2 रोटी खानी. लेकिन more than anything else, having a comfort in your heart that somebody is there for me when I need, that really gives you confidence to work more effectively, remain more calm, remain more satisfied in your life. So I feel that the culture of nuclear family, slowly it will come back to a joint family. I'm seeing that the people who used to stay separately, even today they stay separately, what they do, they take a house or flat nearby each other so that they are separate also, they are joint also. And the kind of movement they share, I think that culture is coming back and it is good for our country and good for us.
Yes, that's really nice to have the joint family system because somebody is there, that comfort feeling within you. कोई है हमारा, कुछ भी हो जाए हमारे साथ कोई है. Our family is with us. As you said, family will come first.
Right.
In most cases, the family comes first, or in maximum number of cases. That's really nice. Now, sir, presently, you are into a wonderful place, in a wonderful position. तो आपका present profile जो है on the professional front, ये क्या है sir, और यहाँ तक कैसे पहुंचे आप?
See, after working for 40 years, I was always associated in an organization where my knowledge is restricted to only one company. I feel that after working for 40 years in the industry, it is my time to give back to the industry which has given me so much. So it is my moral responsibility that I spread my knowledge and help the others. So when I'm not working in a company, I'm working as a consultant or as a director on board, I'm free to pass on the information or knowledge to whosoever come to me. So that's the reason I always had that feeling. I wanted to actually start this 10 years before, but things wouldn't work out. As I said, that when I joined director on board, I wanted to do that, but the company didn't work out. So the knowledge sharing, I feel it is my moral responsibility to give back to the industry. So whosoever come to me, whether I'm associated with that company or not associated with that company, I will always, with the best of my knowledge and skill, I would like to help. And when I'm not there in the world, people should remember that there was a person who helped us. I think that is the biggest earning in my life.
That's so sweet. That's so nice of you. That's wonderful, sir. That's very nice. I'm so happy that you have that beautiful mindset. That's really nice. Now, sir, we come down to your connection with your friends. एक अच्छा सा दोस्त हमारा जिंदगी भी बदल सकता है, बिगाड़ भी सकता है.
Correct.
आपकी जिंदगी में दोस्ती क्या मायने रखता है सर?
बहुत मायने रखता है. See, there are certain things which you have in your heart and mind. You may not be able to share with your family, but you can always share with your friend. So I have few such friends where I can confine all my feelings with them. And it is very important to have. Need not to have too many friends. And when you have too many friends, actually they are acquaintances. They are not. Friend is always one or two, where you can confine anything, whatever you have in your mind, whatever concern you have, whether it is family related issues. So it's very important to have a person, especially in the old age, when your children don't have time for you. You need someone with whom you can spend time. You can share your feelings. You can spend some time with them. That increase your quality of life. I believe in quality of life, not quantity of life. So whatever life you have, spend very happily and go back to another world and enjoy that life.
Yes, that's beautiful. That's really very nice. Thank you for sharing. Now, sir, you must have been traveling across India. Have you traveled across Indian borders as well?
Yes, I did.
Any experience, खास कुछ ऐसा experience है traveling को लेके when you went abroad? Anything that like you can't forget?
All right. I feel that the country like India, there is no other country. It is not because of patriotism, I'm saying. It is because of my experience, I'm saying. Especially place like UK, when you go there, Indians are always seen as a second citizen. You are not respected the way they respect the other countries. The kind of freedom what we have in India, you don't have that kind of freedom in any part, whether it is developed countries, underdeveloped countries, developing countries. If you go there, you will feel coming back to India after 1 week or 2 weeks because you don't enjoy. There is a glamour of other countries which is over in few days. Otherwise, सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान वही है.
आपने बहुत अच्छी बात कहा सर. कहा आपने सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा, दैट इज इंडिया इज द बेस्ट. Yes, that's really nice because the food that we get here, the cultural diversity that we have, the acceptance that we have is really wonderful. And when you mix with all different types of people from different religious backgrounds, different languages and culture and all of that, it's a wonder. Traveling across any country, but then again, you miss India somewhere deep in your mind.
Absolutely, absolutely.
तो सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा, ये बात तो हमने कह दिया, हम सब जानते भी हैं. लेकिन थोड़े लोग जो है अभी तक जो समाज में जो इन आवर सोसाइटी, they feel that even though India is one of the best countries, India is still lagging behind. There is something still wrong with the Indian mindset with regard to dowry, with regard to acceptance of the third gender, with regard to acceptance of the emancipation of women, and all of the social causes. There are several people. अंधविश्वास अभी तक है. इतना सब कुछ है तो वी आर ऑलरेडी ऑन अ हाईएस्ट लेवल, बट देयर इज स्टिल इंडिया, one part of India that requires a change. What do you have to
See,
with regard? Yes.
what India is today, it was not there 20-25 years back. What India is today will not be there 20-25 years ahead. Things are changing. Dowry system, barring few community, it is not there. As far as third gender part is concerned, people are coming out of it. Education is increasing. And India still is developing country. It is not developed countries. So I am confident in next 10, 15, 20 years, when we have developed countries, all these things will also be. All of us have to work. It is not only government's job, but each one of us have to be part of this. Once I went to Singapore and I saw that two things which really mesmerized me. Everybody living in that country loves their country. It reflects in their way of talk. They talk all good things about it. Second, when I went in Singapore that time, you were supposed to reconfirm your air ticket 72 hours before you depart. I'm talking about 90s. So I hired a taxi to go to airline office. And when I went there, it was about 28 Singapore dollar fare. He asked me to pay $20. I said, why? Fare comes 28. He said, no, I was not knowing the place and I have to take 3 or 4 rounds of the building. So it is not your fault. So why you should pay for it? So that kind of honesty. So I expect that our country will also have that kind of approach and he will talk about it. And I'm sure time is not too far.
Yeah, you seem to be having a progressive mindset with lots of optimism. That's really nice. Positive energy, positive vibes around you. Now, sir, we'll talk about mental health. Yes. अक्सर देखा गया परिवार में जो लड़ाई होती है माँ बाप के बीच में, ज्यादातर, I can't say ज्यादातर, let us be unbiased. The fight takes place at home between the mother and father. Who is at fault, we don't know, but there are big fights at home. And nowadays, what we have observed, more than the girl child, the boy child is affected more. He is unable to take the trauma that he's facing during his childhood. And so when he becomes an adult, either he's into depression, into drugs, into alcohol, or into many of these antisocial activities. So if you ask them, what is the reason that you are into this place? No, it was because my mom and dad were constantly fighting. My father was an alcoholic or my mother was XYZ, something like that. तो जो भी अब हो रहा है उनकी जिंदगी में, अपने माँ बाप पर वो दोष देते हैं कि भाई वो हमारा चाइल्डहुड बिगाड़ दिए, तो मेरा दिमाग अभी सही नहीं है, इट्स नॉट वायर्ड प्रॉपरली. and I can't come out of it. I can't forgive my parents.
There are various factors to it. Hello?
What are your thoughts on this? What do you have to share on this?
There are
Like what
various factors to this.
suggestion you will give?
There are various factors to this. Factor number one, today, there is one or two child or children in a family. They are more pampered. They get the things before they ask for it. So they don't value either money or to the article or things that they get. Second, today mother and father both are working. So sense of equality. अगर मैं ऑफिस जा रहा हूँ, मैं ऑफिस जा रही हूँ तो तुम जा रहे हो, मैं काम कर रही हूँ तो तुमको भी घर का काम करना पड़ेगा. Male ego still is high, so they don't actually feel that okay, I should also contribute in the home work. So there the first conflict starts. I am male, so I have the right. Female, you are female, you have to do the work from outside also, home also. So this is how the fight happens. There is a book called I Am Okay, You're Okay, which talks about a future father or mother is decided at the age of 5 of a child. When you are up to the age of 5, whatever you see around you in your family, how your father is behaving, how your mother is behaving, they will imbibe those things, and when they become father or mother, they will behave in the same manner. So that's why up to the age of 5 is very, very crucial or delicate age of a child. That's why it was always said the child's brain fully develop at the age of 5, and this child should go in school after 5 years of age. I think government is now working on it. They want a child should be admitted in the school at the age of 5. So if father and mother both are working, they need to understand that both have to contribute financially, emotionally, work-wise, and then only they can grow their child more effectively. Children should not be pampered too much. They should realize the importance of materialistic things. ऐसा नहीं है कि बोला और immediately उसके बोलने से पहले उसको दे दिया. He will not value it. So घर का माहौल डिसाइड करता है कि बच्चा कैसे होगा. इसलिए joint family is very important, not nuclear family. And it is proved scientifically, a child who is born in a joint family is more responsible as compared to nuclear.
ये कड़वा सच है, कड़वा सच है. Yeah.
Bring back joint family. So today's generation will be better.
Even I do agree that bringing back joint family system would really be helpful. And of course, there will be the minor disagreements that you have to adjust a little, but then you have the security.
Correct.
The security for senior citizens, security for the youngsters, and all of it.
When you have children, you are working actually for them. So ensure that they become a good human being. And for that, some compromise is always, in any relationship, compromise is must. Otherwise, relationship will not stay.
Yes, that's wonderful. So, as you've been experiencing a lot of things on the personal and professional front, so I'd like to go ahead and ask you this question as well. Now, there are people who are getting married even after 50 years. Ek partner, the one of the partner is no more or separated. Now, it is like some of them are getting married the second time, maybe in their once they are senior citizens as well. They would want a partner, companion, because children are busy with their own family. They have no time. So, come se kam, I have a partner with me to talk. वो जो अपनापन फील होगा या किसी के साथ कुछ बांटे. तो आजकल देखा गया इंडिया में भी many of the senior citizens are coming out and they're and going in for a second marriage, and it's being accepted by their children as well. What is your thought on this?
I am in favor of this. Why? Because, see, you don't require a partner when you're young. You need a partner when you are old, because that time you need somebody with whom you can share your emotional connects. Physically, you're weak, emotionally, you're weak. So you need someone where you can talk, where you can share your emotions. So nothing wrong in having a partner at the old age. But more than that, I feel that today's generation, they are not getting married at the right time. There should be always a plan. By the time you retire, you should be through with your responsibilities. Still in India, parents have a responsibility to settle their children, marry them, right? If you marry at the age of 35, 40 years, if you retire at 60, 65, they will also get married at 40, 45. You will not have any energy to take care of them. So the ideal age, whatever is there, one should get married at that time, fulfill your responsibility before you take a retirement.
Yes. According to you, what is the most, like what you say, eligible age or the appropriate age for marriage, according to you?
For girls, I feel 25, and for boys, max 30 years.
Yes. Now, sir, I'd like to know about savings. Now, you being a professional, you have 40 years of experience and as a professional working and getting a salary home, 4 decades, four plus decades. Now, what do you have to say about savings?
One must do that, because especially in our profession, I'm talking about pharmaceutical, our job is more private. Things can go wrong anytime. It is not because of you, but circumstantial. Company band ho gayi. Company financially weak ho gayi. You don't have a job for some time. So it is always good to have saving for yourself. Unfortunately, in our country, there is no social security. When you get retired, you don't get a pension. If you get a pension through your PF, it is 1,000, 2,000 rupees, which has got nothing. It is a waste of money, and it's a mockery of pension. Number two, there is no social security. You don't have a medical coverage. You don't have old age coverage. So therefore, from the day one should plan saving. And you need not to be dependent on your children. So therefore, you should be self-sufficient for yourself. So plan from day one. Even if you save 100 rupees, please do it.
Yes, sir. That's wonderful, sir. That's really nice. Now, sir, you from the medical sector, like you're from the pharmaceutical sector, it's connected with the medical sector now, and health and all of that. Now, the best health insurance, I'd like you to share which is the best one according to you, or what does health insurance, have space in our life? Should one take a health insurance? And if yes, why? If no, why?
Can you repeat the question? I'm not able to get it.
Now, sir, see, there's health insurance, Star Health Insurance. We have Aditya Birla. We have ICIC Lombard, etc. Several health insurances. Now, some people are covered under the government scheme, Arogya Shri scheme, something like that. Some of them, for the government employees, they have the scheme, CGHS scheme, or something is there for them. But the private employees, and like I want to know, like taking a health insurance for yourself in times of need, so that can cover up your medical expenses in case of an accident or a serious ailment.
See, I will always prefer private health insurance scheme. And people normally, when they start, they start with a very small amount of insurance, like 1 lakh or 2 lakh cover. But I believe that the coverage they should take at least 20, 30 lakh rupees, because medical has become very expensive, and there are a lot of hidden expenses which are not covered by any of the insurance company. So therefore, it is important that when you're taking an insurance scheme, you should understand everything about what is covered, what is not covered, what will be reimbursed, what will not be reimbursed. And your age, when it's progressing, you should keep on adding the value in your insurance. 20, 30 started, go up to 30, 40, 50, 60, 1 crore. Nothing is wrong in that. It will always help. At least it will give you mentally free that tomorrow something happens to me, somebody is there to take care of. So I prefer Max Bupa as a health insurance, which is good, and they are very prompt and they really work very well.
Yeah, so that's really nice. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and views. And you said, that gives you mental peace that, yeah, even if something happens to me, there is that medical treatment till the last moment I breathe that will cover up. I won't be a burden to my family members, or I will not be neglected without medical aid. Now, sir, can one port from one medical insurance they have taken XYZ, can they port it to another one? Is that possible?
Sorry, can we go to the second
Now,
one?
we have joined one medical, we have taken one medical insurance. XYZ कंपनी यहाँ पसंद नहीं आया तो मुझे यहाँ से शिफ्ट करके दूसरे मेडिकल इंश्योरेंस लेना है. अभी आपने मैक्स बुपा कह दिया तो थोड़े लोग जो है, हाँ मैंने ये लिया तो मुझे ये नहीं चाहिए. अभी सर ने कहा मैक्स बुपा वो सही होगा, शायद सर के एक्सपीरियंस या तजुर्बा हो सकता है, तो हम भी वही ले लेंगे. तो इफ दे वांट टू पोर्ट इट फ्रॉम वन टू द नेक्स्ट वन, इज इट पॉसिबल? इज इट अ गुड एडवाइस?
It is possible. It is possible.
So that's really nice to share. Now, sir, would you like to share anything from your side before we end the session? Anything that I did not cover? I think I covered the personal, the social, the professional, and all of that.
Anything.
Yes. So I've left the political and the religious aspects out. These are the two things.
One thing which I feel that everybody should spare 1 hour for themselves every day. Whether it is morning walk, evening walk, some exercise, reading. Reading is very important. One must read anything, whatever you feel like reading, at least for 30 minutes, which helps you to keep your gray cells active and it increase the horizon of your thinking. So reading is must. Doing some physical activity is must. So 1 hour, leave your mobile one side. Don't touch your mobile for 1 hour. Do something for yourself. 23 hours you spend for others, but 1 hour spent for yourself. It's very important.
Yes, yes. Now, you said about physical fitness. Like, how are you physically fit at this age? What are the different exercises or maybe the sports activities that you take? Is it a morning walk or a jog?
I do morning walk, evening walk, some yoga, and I spend some time in reading. That is my routine. Morning, I don't touch my mobile till 8 o'clock. Evening, after 10 o'clock, I don't touch my mobile.
That's
evening time is my reading time. I spend half an hour to 1 hour in reading in the evening, and morning, I go for a walk.
If you were given an opportunity to relocate to some other country, which country that would be? Would you love to relocate?
I would not like to. I like India.
Yes, I get that. Sir, you love pets?
No, I don't. I don't love pets.
Did you have an encounter with any animal? Like you were walking?
No, my son has dog. My son has a cat. They have in their house. But personally, I don't.
You don't like, but either ways, when you were walking or traveling, or, did you encounter something very bad with any animal? No. It could be a dog, a cat, a snake, or something.
I believe that animals are very intelligent creatures. They will not harm you till the time you try to harm. Even lion will not attack you till the time you don't try to show that you are enemy to him. So they are very intelligent creatures.
Yes. So now, what is the best thing about Ahmedabad?
Ahmedabad life is much easier as compared to any of the metro cities. Delhi is the worst. If you want to travel from one place to other place, you need at least 2-3 hours. In Ahmedabad, in 20 minutes, you can reach to any part of the city. And traffic is mad, but it is not harsh. So life is much easier in Ahmedabad.
What is
For
the
that
best
matter,
food?
even
Sorry,
Hyderabad is good city. I stayed in Hyderabad.
Yes, I interrupted you. I'm sorry for that. You were sharing something.
No, I was saying that life is much easier in Ahmedabad. For that matter, even Hyderabad is a good city.
What is that one thing that you like about Ahmedabad? I mean, is it the food that is excellent, or the business opportunities, or the lifestyle?
I would say people are very nice. They are very nice people. They will not fight with you. They are very helpful. If you want some information, they will provide. They will even come with you if you want to go to one particular place and you're not able to find that. They will come with you to show that where the place is. They're very nice. And food is, of course, it is good.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing. Thank you. The best food available in Ahmedabad.
Yes.
The best food available in Ahmedabad.
Where it is available, you are asking me.
Yeah, what is the best food? अगर
Best
हम
food.
Ahmedabad आए as a tourist, now suppose imagine I've come over there. What is the best thing I can taste in Ahmedabad?
You can taste dokla, khakra, fafra, jalebi, basundi. There are a lot of things. All Gujarati dishes are very good.
That's
Come,
really nice.
we will take you there.
What's your favorite one, sir?
Favorite?
What is your favorite food? Sweet or, as you
No.
said, kakra and all of that?
So I like dokla.
Dokla.
In
Yes.
Gujarati.
Yes, sir. So have you had, you might have been even traveling across the country through the railways. Have you had a good experience or a bitter experience on the railways when you traveled? Any incident you remember?
Railway. Internationally, there is no bad experience or good experience. It was normal. In domestic, when I was working in field, so I used to travel unplanned without reservation. So one time I was traveling from Lucknow to Delhi without reservation. It was horrible time to travel because there was no seat. So TT gave me one seat. He said the next station somebody comes, you have to vacate. So I had to vacate that seat. The whole night I had to move from one place to other place. So that was the only thing which I had. Otherwise, normally we travel with planned way.
Yes. So now we have a small segment called as the rapid fire round. Before we end the session, before we enter into the rapid fire round, do you have still anything to share which I didn't touch upon and you would love to share the message to the
I think we
entire?
have touched upon more than what I was expecting.
So we'll go on to the beautiful session called as the rapid fire round. So let's
Yes.
see how many points you score. There's even a GK part in this. Apart
Yep.
from your likes and dislikes, we'll have a small GK session as well. The planet that is red in color.
Sorry?
The planet that is red in color.
Don't know.
Mercury, Venus, Mars.
Maybe Mars.
Wow, good. That's wonderful. I gave you the hints. Yes, the clues. I've given you like the choices, the options. Do you know which animal went for the first time into space?
Option.
Option: cat, dog, and you would say a crocodile.
Cat.
It's a dog. For the first time, it went in a spaceship. They sent it into space. The dog's name is Laika. So the next question coming up: a symbol of love, a great monument in one part of the world.
Rajman.
Yes, that's beautiful. That's nice. Your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Three Idiots.
Your favorite color?
My favorite color is blue.
The insect that you don't like?
Insect I don't like. Bee. Bee.
Honeybee?
Honeybee. Honeybee.
Did you have a bad experience with the honeybee?
Yes, I had.
Oh, that's why I guess. Yes, I get that point. Now, sir, how would you define a beautiful day in one day? I mean, let me put it right. I might have messed up with the question. How would you describe or explain a beautiful day, a perfect day in one word?
The day I achieve something is a beautiful day.
Achievement. Yes, that's really nice. Now, your definition of love.
Respect and understanding.
Super. I really like this. Respect. It just came out of you. Didn't take a moment to think. Definition of love is nothing, my friends. It is respect for each other. It could be your family members, your spouse, your children. It could be a stranger. So that universal love should be within you. That's really nice. Hats off to you for that wonderful answer. 100 on 100 for that.
Thank you.
And sir, we go on to the next question. Your favorite kind of music? Classical music, modern music, fusion music?
I prefer instrumental music, especially Kishore Kumar's song in instrumental. I like it.
Were you obliged to sing a song for us?
No, I can't sing.
किशोर कुमार का गाना गा दीजिए. नहीं?
I can't.
Okay, you love to listen to, but then,
Yes.
okay, I wouldn't pressurize you on that. I wouldn't pressurize you on that. So the next question coming up is the most, what you say, the favorite spot of yours. Is it either a beach or is it a forest area or you can say a mountainous region?
I would prefer mountains with ice. Snow.
Snow. Okay, that's really nice. So now one more question that I have for you is, it's like this, with regard to your connection with your neighbors. How is it? Is it very good? Or the neighborhood that you are in? The neighborhood that
Neighbor.
you are in? The
It's
neighborhood.
very good. Very good. We spend at least 1 hour in a week together.
Wow, that's really nice. What message you'd love to give to your neighborhood over there in Ahmedabad?
Always remain happy. Always remain connected. If you have any problem, let us discuss and let us jointly handle it.
That's so beautiful. That's really nice. So with this, we come to an end, sir, to the session with that beautiful message from you. But before we sign off, there are two more things that I'd like you to share. One is the best gift that you've received till date. It could either be on the personal or professional front. The best gift till date.
I received one application letter from my managing director in Torrent about the union issue which we resolved. And he was very happy and he sent me a handwritten appreciation letter. I believe that was the best thing I received.
That brings a smile to your face as well when you're sharing it. That's wonderful. Yes, sir. So now towards the end, we have one request. You have to give us 3 gifts. Are you ready to give us 3 gifts, sir?
Tell me.
You have to give us 3 gifts in the form of 3 beautiful words. You've already shared a lot of wisdom. You shared so beautifully, and I really loved the way you interacted and shared your thoughts and views on the various questions and topics that I discussed with you. Towards the end, we always put in a little request to all the celebrities and guests to give us a return gift in the form of 3 words. Apart from please, sorry, and thank you. Iske alawa, please, sorry, and thank you ke alawa, any 3 words you could share with us.
Be passionate. Be genuine to your people. Be always be thankful to your team or your people who has helped you in your career. Everyone who came around, they have helped us. So we should be thankful.
Thank you, sir, very much. We are thankful to you. Thank you to Srivatsan, sir, who has shared your profile and your details with me to have a session with you. Thank you for taking out time and being here and sharing all the experience
Thank
and
you so
wisdom here.
much. Really nice talking to you. Thanks so much. And I'm sure we will have another session where we'll talk more about pharma industry. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Namaste, sir. Bahut bahut dhanyawad. Thank you.
I'm signing off. Thank you.
Thank you. My dear friends, with this, we come to an end to the International Fab Talks for today, dear friends. It was a wonderful time getting to know about Sir and his experiences in life. If you like this video, do share it with your friends, your family members, and with, of course, in any group that you feel they need to listen to all of these beautiful conversations that we have on the International Fab Talks. International Fab Talks is about building a beautiful community of acceptance, inclusion, respect, and above all, love. Spread the word of love, peace, and joy instead of discord and disharmony. Stay safe, stay blessed. And of course, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment on the International Fab Talk videos. Stay safe, stay blessed. Have a wonderful day.